Hey, shipmate.
What up, shipmate? What up? I'll tell you what's awesome is I was not expecting this, but I woke up this morning and there's some beautiful snow on the ground, a little bit of snowflakes falling down, continuing to snow throughout the day. Beautiful, amazing. A
I had a
day
lot
the
of
Lord has.
I had a lot of snow at my house. I had like 4 or 5 inches. I was not expecting that at all.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I didn't have 4 or 5 inches, but I was not expecting this. That would have been sweet yesterday while we were on the mountain to get a little bit of 4 inches of snow the night before. That'd been awesome. But we had a great day. We had a great day. When I said today is the day the Lord has made. Yesterday, I was yelling at my boys, but I've committed in the morning to not yell at them. I assign them rewards. I award them punishments. I'm sorry. And so the awards are like, hey, okay, now you're struck out today for all iPad. I will give you an opportunity to negotiate with me. The only negotiating piece that you have is burpees. So if you guys find a commensurate number of burpees that you'll both do, then potentially we'll consider at the end of the day, you could get this back. I'm not going to yell at you guys. I'm not mad. I'm done with the mornings being something that is contentious. Right. And I'm telling this, and I was like, you guys need to address your hearts because today is a beautiful day. Today is the day the Lord has made. We should rejoice and be glad in it. This your heart should celebrate. And Jake's like, that's Christmas. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And he goes, the day the Lord was made was Christmas. And I was like, no, dude, like every day is the day the Lord is made. It was just such a funny conversation to me that we kind of just went off the rails. And I was like, what are we talking about? None of it was fascinating what they pick up, what they hear. And the developing our children spiritually, mentally, physically is a challenging thing. And sometimes the comments that come out of that are completely unanticipated, completely unanticipated. But today is the day the Lord has made, Stuart. So we should rejoice and be glad in it before this conversation.
I have no idea how to transition from that.
You don't. So I'm just going to do it.
Okay, cool.
Uh, Yesterday, it's funny how things come back. And I'll say one of the things I value about the Naval Academy, there are some lessons that we just like sometimes I'll even pull out my reef points for those Naval Academy grads listening or current students, whatever. Um, we have this little book that I have. It's called Reef Points. It's just got like, it makes you memorize, the mission of the United States Naval Academy is to be a mission with ideals of highest ideals of duty, honor, loyalty, like all these things, right? Like it forces you to like just have rote memorization. And when you're doing it, it just seems kind of dumb. Quite frankly, it seems dumb. Well, there's two things that have uh one I go back all the time. It's the five basic responses. At the Naval Academy, it that was a source of like frustration, right? Like, dude, you don't make excuse. So, I mean, for those of you that the uninitiated, sir or ma'am, so I'll just say sir, yes, sir is the first, sir, no, sir is the second. Uh, sir, I'll find out, sir is the third, right? Like they ask you a question, they don't want you to make stuff up. Like I'll find out and I'll report back. Um, this one I love, sir, no excuse, sir, right? No excuse. It, they typically comes after someone asks you, what is your major malfunction? Like, why can you not figure this out? Like, sir, no
Why did you
excuse.
jack this
I have
up?
no excuse. And the last one is sir, aye, sir, right? Like I in the Navy is like, yep, I will execute. Acknowledge receipt, I will execute. I will do what you said. And I've used those now, like those will go through my head now, 25 years later, when I'm facing challenges and I'm like, dude, no excuse. Like just get it done. Like do what you got to do. My yes is my yes. That's biblical. My no is my no is biblical. Aye. Like sometimes you just got to say aye. Like, oh, you ask me to do something, aye. Like I'll do it. Right. But the one that hit me yesterday, like hit me like a ton of bricks. Another one is eyes in the boat. Eyes in the boat. And I was at the gym and there were two things that happened very specifically in that moment. The first, I was grabbing some weights and it was my heaviest set for that workout. And I was experiencing hesitancy, like, oh man, like it's gonna be a hard set. and I looked in the mirror and I was like real close to the mirror because the weights are right close, real close to the mirror. And I looked at myself in the eyes. I'm like, dude, eyes in the boat. Like, let's go. Like, focus. Grab these weights, go sit down and start knocking it out. That was one thing. But then the gym now is a place. It's just let's be frank, man. It's just it's a meat locker for a lot of people, right? It's
Yeah.
just this place to allow your eyes to bounce. These women these women, these girls are wearing things now that I'm like, I mean, if you even consider it wearing clothes, it's just like it's extreme. It's extreme. And dudes very similarly doing the same thing. And I'm not suggesting it's a woman's responsibility to wear or not wear anything. I'm putting zero blame on it. My responsibility, if it's important to me, is to keep my eyes in the boat, right? To keep my eyes in the boat and not let them wander, not indulge in the flesh. Because dude, it has become a place. I work out 24-hour fitness, and it's just like sometimes I'm just like, wow, like I literally been caught off guard because of like the flesh color tight, whatever quote unquote workout gear, and I'm like, oh, is that person naked? Like it just like completely throws you, right? And but it hit me. I hadn't thought about that in a long time, but the eyes in the boat, and it was super powerful when I came to you guys on the mountain. I was like, dude, I would love this on a shirt, not just because like we are focused as men to honor our families, right? To honor those women that are in that gym, to honor ourselves, and for us as Jesus loving dudes. I mean, the Bible's very clear, man. Look at a woman lustfully with you look at a woman lustfully with your eyes, you've committed adultery in your heart. Like that is straight from the Bible. If you take that seriously, then eyes in the boat becomes very powerful in that context. To lift that heavy weight, eyes in the boat becomes very important. And so, that's something that we just want to talk about, just touch on briefly, because I found it to be so powerful and germane to my life yesterday.
Yeah, dude. It's a great little saying. And if you go back and think about what it really means in the Navy, you're driving a ship. You're responsible for navigating that and staying on course and not getting off course and potentially like going aground or hitting rocks or something like that. And you have to be focused. You have to be focused on navigating the ship, and your eyes should be in the boat, like making sure that you're going the direction and staying course on where you need to be going. And you can't get distracted. And I feel like there's so many distractions right now in this world. There's so many distractions. And that eyes in the boat saying could be used in so many different ways. I mean, just this week we were talking about habits inside the men's mastermind group, and we were talking about the use of our cell phone and how it can either be used for really good things or really bad things. And we talked about texting and driving, right? Eyes in the boat, man. Like if you're driving, don't be looking at your cell phone and texting, and like there's a lot of bad things that can happen while texting and driving. And we all know it's not a good thing to do, but you see people and you do it all the time. Like I'll admit it. I will text and drive, and my kids are in the back seat, and all I'm doing is just modeling for them what's okay. And I know for a fact it's not okay, but I do it anyways. Like I should be eyes in the boat, put that cell phone away and drive and be safe for my children, right? And for all the other drivers around me. And like what else should we be eyes in the boat? Like I was thinking through this is because I was kind of trying to come up with a social post for it. And eyes in the boat at home. Like put your phone away, put your computer away, put your video games away, turn the football game off, eyes on the boat and be present with your family, right? Put all that stuff away at the dinner table and be present. Throw the baseball with your kid, be present, eyes on the boat. At work, like there's so many distractions, right? Emails, social media, random people coming in and saying hello. Like get your work done, eyes on the boat. Let's make it happen, right? Um, I mean, man, like we can go on and on with different ideas, but it just being intentional and having focus and staying course. I think there's so much positivity in that.
Yeah, dude, and I also want to highlight the power of a mantra. There's oftentimes just voicing something, words have power, right? So just for me, I mean, I talk to myself a lot in general, but like especially in the gym, I talk to myself quite a bit. Like a lot of times I'm saying things like, come on, dude, like stop wasting time, right? To get to the next set. I'm like, stop wasting time. Hey, don't be weak or whatever it is. Like I just tell myself, or great set. Well, eyes in the boat or any kind of mantra, if you take it seriously, like if you have that, it's like a Bible verse memorization. One of the biggest things that anybody who is an advocate for Bible verse memorization is so that you have the tool and the answer when the challenge comes. Right. So like if I'm struggling with, like that I love is a verse focused on not being easily offended. Right. When someone says something or someone cuts you off, to have that verse like dug in there, when someone cuts you off, if you have a moment, and it's this is not like this is science, right? This is taking thoughts from your whatever you're from this part of the brain to this part of the brain, your medulla oblongata. I mean, it's moving. It's forcing yourself to uh to stop and think and counting to 10. Like it sounds so childish. That really works. So if you have something like eyes in the boat that you can say, like, man, it has the power to break a cycle immediately, right? It has a power to break a cycle immediately. So if it's important to you to not text and drive, and I want to emphasize, there was a dude who shared a story. I'm not going to share it here. We don't have permission for that, but like there are very real consequences in this guy in our group's life and his family's life that like very real consequences, very unfortunate consequences because of texting and driving, like extreme. And so if it's important, then that's something that immediately I can be like eyes in the boat, dude. Eyes in the boat. All right. And then I'm back. Immediately I'm back. I'm with my kids. I'm in the moment. I'm whatever it is I'm trying to do. And you're back to it. Right. So I would encourage people to have these mantras and no kidding, take them seriously and think about the implications and think about who you want to become, the man you want to be, the woman you want to be. Have these mantras that are set up that give you, like for me, it was so effective, dude. My eyes started wandering yesterday, and I was like, eyes in the boat. As soon as I said that, boom, I was dialed in, and I was hitting like 300-pound dumbbells, baby.
No, you
That's
weren't.
not really what happened.
No, you weren't.
30-pound dumbbells, though. 30-pound dumbbells are dope.
3 pound dumbbells?
Hey, if you do 10,000 reps with 3-pound dumbbells, you're a baller. Okay. Just throwing that out there.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I got some little 3 pound dumbbells on the back of my Peloton. I'm like riding and I'm like doing like punches and like all kinds of like,
You
arm
shouldn't
curls
admit
and
that.
triceps and
You
yeah.
shouldn't admit that.
No, just saying. 10,000 curls with 3 pound weights it'll get you.
Eyes in the boat.
Aye, aye, sir.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Bye now.
And remember, Christmas is not the only day that the Lord has created.
Full circle. Nice job.
Full circle. See ya.